Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Nicole Gitsky. Well, the Bakersfield Police Department is taking a new look at its own policing on the force. Now, in a statement, the department said no officers are allowed to use any type of neck compression maneuver, including the carotid restraint, until further notice. Now, the move came one day after the Kern County Sheriff's Office announced its suspended use of similar holds pending on its own review. Last night, the Louisville Metro Council unanimously passed a measure to ban no-knock warrants. A crowd of supporters cheered outside City Hall when the announcement was made. Taylor's mother spoke afterwards, saying her daughter would be proud.
Brianna, that's all she wanted to do was save lives. So with this law, she'll get to continue to do that. So we're grateful for that. She would be so happy.
The Taylor family's attorney, Ben Crump, called the move a first step in changes that need to be made. Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher is expected to sign the measure into law. That law also requires police body cameras to be turned on 5 minutes before and after any search. Well, as protests continue across the country, a group of community members in Bakersfield held a unity rally with the purpose of bringing people together to talk about racial equality. The speakers included city officials, clergy, community leaders, and Bakersfield Police Chief Greg Terry. Dozens gathered at St. Peter Ministries in East Bakersfield to start the conversation about change in our community. People from across our county took to the podium to express their thoughts and experiences with racial inequality.
We were raised to fear the police as opposed to basically see them as an item of comfort.
In my culture, my dark brown skin is less valued than white skin.
My first husband immigrated from Cuba, and our first son, our 38-year-old son, who's tall, dark, and handsome, has moved through this life in a very different way than his two brothers who are 8 years younger and white.
The goal of the event was to get the community to listen, reflect, engage, and answer the call to action.
I think the message tonight, if you see something, say something. It's important that we don't place the responsibility on anybody. You know, in life, if you take shortcuts, you get cut short. And we typically keep getting cut short because we don't have these tough conversations.
The event had a big turnout, which organizers say sent a positive message. Now they say the next step is holding law enforcement and city officials accountable to their agreement for the change. Now to the latest on the coronavirus here in Kern County. Public Health confirms 114 new cases and 2 deaths. That brings the total cases to 3,140 locally. 2,107 people have recovered from COVID-19, and the death toll stands at 53. Currently, 903 people are recovering at home. 63 are in the hospital. So far, over 32,000 tests have come back negative, and over 700 tests are still pending. Well, Kern County is now on a state watch list because of the rise in COVID-19 cases. Yesterday, county officials said Kern isn't meeting some of the state's guidelines with new cases. In a 2-week period, Kern saw 78 cases per 100,000 residents. Our positive test rate is 8.2% over the last 7 days, and hospitalizations increased 24% in the last 3 days. All of those rates are above the level set by the state's guidelines. Public Health Director Matt Constantine said the increase is causing some concern.
Our hospitalizations are projected to increase, and our ICU cases will continue to increase. That's not anything unexpected. What we are always worried about is how much will it increase and over what period of time.
The daily average of new cases has also increased, and while many infections and deaths come from skilled nursing facilities, County CAO Ryan Alsop encouraged people to do their part.
Please continue to adhere to public health guidance. These trends, if they continue, may impact how we continue to reopen locally.
An officer-involved shooting in East Bakersfield. 17's Karen Waugh is out there. Karen, what have you learned so far?
Well, Nicole, this entire section of Water Street between Inyo and Alta Vista in Northeast Bakersfield is blocked off for right now. Now, we just spoke with KCSO Lieutenant David Kessler, and this is what he's told us. He said that deputies received a call shortly before 10:30 this morning about a man that they say was under the influence. They believe drugs. And now when they arrived, they say they found the man with a handgun, and they say he was also in possession of a knife, and that's when they say an officer-involved shooting occurred. Now, they say 2 deputies were involved in that shooting, but they say that no officers or civilians, neighbors, were injured in the process. They say that this man is now in the hospital receiving treatment for minor to moderate injuries, but we will certainly keep you posted when we learn more about this. Live in Northeast Bakersfield, Karen Waugh, 17 News.
Well, the investigation continues after 2 people were found dead yesterday in Bakersfield. At around 4:15 yesterday evening, sheriff's deputies were called to State Route just east of Highway 99. Deputies found 2 bodies with signs of trauma, according to a spokesperson. We have not received any details since then. Now, anyone with any information is asked to contact KCSO at 861-3110 or the Secret Witness Hotline at 322-4040. Well, police are needing your help in finding a missing child. 5-year-old Damian Ruiz was last seen at home on Chicory Drive last week. That's near the corner of Ash and White Lane. Damian is believed to be with Patricia Crocker. She was the girlfriend of the legal guardian. Crocker is described as a white female, 41 years old. She weighs 130 pounds, has brown hair and brown eyes. Now, Ruiz is 3 feet tall, 100 pounds, with long brown hair and brown eyes. If you have seen either of these individuals, you are asked to contact BPD at 327-7111. Well, after a manhunt that lasted 36 hours, the man accused of targeting police in Paso Robles is dead after another shootout yesterday. Now, 26-year-old Mason James Lyra died yesterday after being found in a riverbed in South Paso Robles. Now, when officers arrived on location, police say Lyra opened fire, wounding 3 more officers before being killed in the exchange. Police Chief Ty Lewis said he was happy the hunt was over.
I know that the community has felt a lot of angst and a lot of fear, and I'm glad that this is finally over.
Investigators say Lyra was a transient man who had fired into the Paso Robles Police Department on Wednesday. A sheriff's deputy was hit in the face, but he survived and is in guarded condition at a hospital. Police have also linked Lyra to the death of the 58-year-old man who was shot in the head near a train station in the city. And 2 protesters have been arrested for assaulting a California Highway Patrol officer. According to CHP, the officer was trying to keep a handful of protesters off busy Highway 101 when he was assaulted. Now, the exact nature of the assault is not known. That officer was not seriously hurt. And San Francisco police will stop responding to certain calls as part of a reform effort in the department. Mayor London Breed announced yesterday that officers won't respond to calls that don't involve criminal activity. That includes disputes between neighbors, reports of homelessness, or school discipline interventions. Breed says police will be replaced by trained, unarmed professionals. The mayor says this will limit unnecessary confrontation with the police. Now, local veterans won't be able to tour monuments built in their honor this year. Because of the health risks of COVID-19, the Honor Flight program is canceling its trips for the rest of the year. Local chapter director Lily Marsh wrote on Facebook, "We carry such precious cargo on these flights, we cannot take the risk. The health and well-being of our heroes is first and foremost." She says they will reschedule for spring and any fundraising or donations will be appreciated. Well, today a local bar is reopening their doors. This morning, Guthrie's Alley Cat opened their doors for the first time since being closed due to the pandemic. Bars got the green light to reopen last week with safety precautions in place. The Alley Cat will be open until 2 a.m. today. Now, for a full list of hours, you can check out their website. Well, new Girl Scout members will receive financial help because of the pandemic. The Girl Scouts of Central California South are covering the costs of memberships for all new members. Now, according to the Girl Scouts, they understand families are balancing budgets now more than ever. They want girls in the Central Valley to be a part of a safe place where they can forget about the unrest in our nation. All girls who take part in the membership will join the KCSO virtual troop, where they will meet and complete activities online. All memberships will be valid until September of 2021. Now, for more information, head over to the Girl Scouts CCS website. Well, Kern County is requesting a name change for a street out in Taft. Right now, the street is called East Cedar Street. There's a motion to rename the area Bob Hampton Road. Hampton passed away last month at the age of 82. Now, the new name would be to honor Hampton, a lifelong Taft resident, for his contributions to Kern County. Well, while the coronavirus pandemic stripped high school seniors of their final semester, one Wasco student used it as a chance to fulfill a dream 20 years in the making. 17's Taylor Schaub has a story.
Few members of the class of 2020 have had as tough of a road as Ryan Rodriguez. But now, days away from receiving his diploma, he can finally start to feel that decade-long weight lifted off his shoulders.
Say hi. Say hi.
By all accounts, Ryan Rodriguez has everything a man could ask for. 2 beautiful children, a loving wife, and a great job. But there's always been one thing missing.
It was a constant nagging doubt in the back of my mind that kept me from growing.
Rodriguez was a senior at Shafter High 20 years ago, set to graduate when tragedy struck.
A good friend of mine was killed and just sent me through like a depression that I wasn't able to recover from.
And Rodriguez dropped out of school with just 20 credits to go. A decision that would consume the next 2 decades of his life.
It was something that made me feel less complete, just inadequate, if you will.
And with every attempt to go back and get his GED ending with the same gut-wrenching result, the Wasco resident seemed resigned to live with that regret.
I found myself hiding the fact that I didn't graduate because I was so embarrassed,
But opportunity found the safety supervisor in the form of a stay-at-home order, using the pandemic to hunker down and start doing that dreaded math homework.
It was just an awakening in my heart to tell me, hey Ryan, you need to get on the ball. This is your time. This is your opportunity. You need to take it.
His wife Amanda noticing a difference this time around.
And I could see that he was really motivated this time to get it done.
And 20 years after his first attempt, he graduated from Wasco High.
This was my time to do something positive in my life and in my family's life.
What do you want your children to know about this journey?
I want them to know that their dad is somebody that finishes what he starts.
Like a majority of other 2020 grads, Rodriguez hopes to enroll in college sometime soon, and he says this time around, well, he wants to graduate early. In Southwest Bakersfield, Taylor Schaub, 17 News.